This Saturday is the third annual Bike the Branches, which encourages Brooklynites to get on their bikes and discover some of the 60 neighborhood libraries in our borough. See how we pulled that all together?
That was actually brilliant. That was amazing. Well, it's also looking like there's going to be great weather for the event. And here to tell us why we should pump up our tires and participate, our Cheryl Todman, Director of Special Events and Membership for the BPL. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. And Smorgasburg will be helping feed the folks at the block party. Its co-founder, Eric Demby. Thanks for being here.
Hi.
I'm sure you've seen me before.
You noticed how she slows down.
I did.
Smorgasburg.
Smorgasburg. Yes.
So thanks for being here. We're excited. 3 years on into this thing. You're out of the terrible twos if there ever were one. So 3 years later, how's this thing grown and expanded for Brooklyn?
We learned last year how important biking is to Brooklyn, and last year 35,000 people came through the event, whether they biked or came through our branches last year.
Wow.
That's 13,000 more than a typical Saturday.
Wow.
So we know that this event is not only an on-bike event. You can walk, you can run, you can jog, you can use your scooter or skateboard, but it's an important event and a signature event for the library. It raises funds and necessary funds for all the wonderful programs that we provide. But now it's creating a footprint in Brooklyn, and hopefully it will become one of the signature events in May in New York City for biking.
Right, nice. And I mean, wow, that's a lot of extra foot traffic. The library is already packed on a Saturday. I can't even imagine that much more foot traffic. So how did this partnership come together? Smorgasburg,
well,
BPL.
I guess it happened in a couple ways. One is that I happen to be a proud neighbor, like physically, of the Central Branch. So I walk past there every day. I have a girl who's almost 6 and a boy who's almost 3. They spend a fair amount of time there. I'm a fan. I also, as Brian knows, worked for the borough president's office for a few years when for Marty Markowitz, and so I'm someone who believes in libraries and grew up going to libraries, and so this was like an easy yes for us. We get invited to participate at Smorgasburg in a lot of events. I like bringing attention to libraries in general. It's a critical time right now. It's always a critical time for libraries, but it's like especially critical right now. I'm someone who's cycled in New York City for going on 25 years when there were no bike paths, and people used to make fun of me. So it kind of brings lots of things together for me, and so this was like and it's also the other really nice part of this. It's not just that we're doing food at the sort of final event. Many of the vendors at Smorgasburg have sort of graduated to start their own restaurants, brick and mortar establishments, and so there's like almost a dozen of them around the borough that are kind of on the map that you can stop off at on your way from branch to branch. So I thought that was that's a really cool little fit.
That's very cool.
So there's going to be lots of commuter-friendly food, Eric, that you can eat with one hand.
Yeah.
The library is encouraging us to have various bars involved as well. So there's a bar, Butter and Scotch, on Franklin Avenue that's going to, so you can do whatever you need to do.
A bike ride and walk.
Yeah.
So that being said, you got some great partners. Smorgasburg is one of them. I heard a certain little Curious Monkey is going to be around.
Yes, Curious George is with us. Thank you to New York City and Company. We're partnering with them to deliver Curious George to so many families and children who I know are going to be so excited to see him on the plaza at the block party. Yep. And we also have curated a special tour. Not only has Smorgasburg also curated a tour, but with Curious George and Prospect Park, we have a family-friendly route around the park and near the branches that surround Prospect Park.
And that's only one of the 11 custom
One of the 11.
Right?
So there's so many.
Something for everybody.
Yeah, something for everybody. And it's really an opportunity. People don't really think of libraries in this way, and so it's a unique way for us to increase our footprint in Brooklyn and really get people who would not normally come to the library to get them involved and show their support, their advocacy, and enjoy a bike ride and come to the block party afterwards and have some great food and have some great entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, the library, for me, was always such a sense of community. You'd go there after school, and you knew the librarians, and, I hope that through this, people who don't know about it, like this little girl right here, get to experience some of that. Do you think that that's still alive and well?
Absolutely. I mean, we see children come through that branch every day. I work in the Central Library, and you see school children and groups of children, and their eyes open wide up, and it's such a new experience for them. And it reminds us when we were younger what it was to see all those books on the shelves. And it's not just physical books; they create experiences,
yes.
lifetime experiences,
yes.
and creates a lifelong love of learning. And so that's really what we're all about.
Well, I happen to know that this man is one of the fathers of Brooklyn's famous book festival several years on now.
Right.
And he is aware that New York City is not the father of Brooklyn's public library system, so we definitely have to show up and support, and it's not part of theirs, it's our very own, and it needs Brooklyn support.
Absolutely. We need everyone to come out. You can register even up to the day of at 3 p.m. Registration closes, but you can go right to BKLYN Library / Bike the Branches and come out and support us.
Very cool, very cool. Well, good reading and good food. Sounds like a perfect afternoon for me.
Right. Support your library. When you hear all those stories about them renovating and $1 million chandeliers, that's not
right.
Brooklyn's public library.
That's
so
right.
keep the donations coming, keep supporting our library.
Yes.
How can folks get a library card, first of all?
Yes.
Oh, they can.
Can we do it that day?
Absolutely.
What do I need to bring?
Bring your ID and just come on in. Everything is available. All of our regular services are on. There are branches that are not normally open on Saturdays. Every branch is open Saturday, and so that's part of our advocacy. We do need funds so that we can get these branches open all the time. The community is requesting it. We want to support them. We provide the most Wi-Fi in Brooklyn. We have so many other services, and we just want to provide more at the demand. There's a high demand for what we provide, and everyone can get that on Saturday.
Find forgiveness on Saturday?
Yeah.
You said it.
I didn't say
Fines are free. No, okay, pay your fines while you're
Pay your fines. They need that money.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for being